Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome in. I'm gonna go grab some water and everybody, hi Sandy. We'll give everyone just a minute. I'll be right back. I thought I had water.
Did you have to go crank the bucket up from the well to get water, or what was the deal there?
Big cup, man. Look at it. Look at how big. It's bigger
Oh
than
my
my
God.
it takes a good minute. So okay, stay hydrated. It's oh my goodness, it's gonna get so hot coming up, the weather right now. Oh Lord, it's already starting to creep up.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited about that. Hi Sam.
How's it going, Miranda?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm okay. Just got a lot of irons on the fire, but trying to not lose track of certain ones. So yes, um, but doing okay today. Was at a training this morning, but yeah, things are good.
Hey, you guys did
Uh,
training?
there was a mapping and sequential intercept model training. It's pretty cool stuff.
That's right. Yeah. I had seen the email. Me and Judge Kyle had looked at that. Isn't it a 2 day thing?
Yeah, it was yesterday and today. Today was a fun day.
Oh, cool. That's neat. Did you get to meet? Are there neat organizations, new people, anybody interesting?
I mean, anywhere from like the chief of police was there, the executive public administrator. I forget how do you say his title. I mean, anywhere from those folks to like behavioral health agencies. You had jail staff, law enforcement, Pima County Justice Services, attorneys. I mean, you name it. There was everybody, anybody. There was everybody was there. So I'm not sure why I was there, but
YWCA was there too.
YWCA was there. I can't
Yes.
remember everybody. I apologize. Yes,
You were there, Sam,
YWCA.
for the same reason I was too. So we both had a seat at the table. We're good. We needed that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It
I
was
bet
it was a
you
really cool training. Yeah.
it sounded really neat. There's, like you said, there's so many like irons in the fire right now and everything we're doing. I'm sure as all you guys saw that leading into that, the Pima County Reentry Coalition agenda is pretty slim this month because we've just got so much going on. Everybody in their own organizations and just kind of things cooking. So really we're just I didn't I barely glanced at the agenda. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's open floor. Does anybody have any updates? I know there's so much going on with so many of you in the community. So my hope was that, we've got Bear here. If you want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on with Goodwill, that would be awesome. Sandy, if there's anything amazing going on with the voting or legislation. And if anybody else has anything to chime in, I'd love for someone to kind of speak up. And if not, then, I can ramble on about other things. And I know Judge Pyle would love to talk about Second Chance Tucson. So I'd like to open the floor up if anyone has anything they'd like to share.
I have something to share. We are hosting a cultural humility conference on June 26th, and I would love if folks from the reentry community wanted to join us. It's all day at Pima Downtown Community College. We have several speakers talking about mental health.
I think I saw that email at my old works email address. Is there a link where we go to for have to get I think I'm signed up on the newsletter on my old email address, but I know I got one about that recently. Is there somewhere we can go to sign up to get those?
Yeah, let me put the the link in the chat. So you can go to this link to register. We're also looking for sponsors. And we are looking for an MC. So if anybody knows somebody vivacious and outgoing that would want to MC the conference, it's a $200 stipend.
When did you say it was?
June 26th.
June 26th. Oh, see, I'm pretty lively around this time.
Lively.
Yes, you are.
Are you a good crowd wrangler?
I don't know about that. I'm not always nice about my crowd wrangling skills. So maybe, maybe someone has got to gentle their hand. But I'll definitely we'll share that out as we're trying to get more stuff out. I know I saw that. That looked really cool. So thank you
Will
for
you
sharing.
all, will you share the email that I did send with the information in the email with your networks?
Mhm.
I don't think the link allows you to register. I just tried it.
Right.
It should.
I don't think it does.
I'm clicking on registration right now. Yeah. I just clicked on registration and it's working.
Nothing was found at this location, so I don't know.
That's what I got too.
Really? When I click on it, it goes to the conference. Can you clear your cache?
Mine didn't work either.
Mine did
Ugh.
that too. Oh man, I'm so
Really?
sorry. I understand the tech glitchy things so much. I feel for you. I'm glad that we troubleshooted it though. So hopefully you guys can get that worked out
That
so
is
people
very
can register.
frustrating. Can you try copying and pasting it into your navigation bar?
Is
Hey,
Reggie.
mine worked.
Oh, thank you.
So I think the registration at the bottom of the page, that does not work, but the registration link in the top taskbar, it does work. So looking at the page where it says DVIP home, registration, sponsorship, scholarship, contact,
Oh,
that
okay.
Yeah.
registration button does work, but the one at the very bottom of your page is
Right.
not accessible on my end as well, where it says ready to register at the very bottom.
Oh, I
Right.
see. Yes.
That link
That
does
is
not work.
okay. Yes. So yeah, folks, please click on the top navigation bar registration to register, and we'd love to see you there. And CMS is one of our sponsors. So thank you, CMS.
I can bring Teddy up from Sierra Vista if you need an energetic MC.
Who?
Teddy.
I don't know who that is. I'd
You
love
don't
to
know
talk to
Teddy?
him though. No, but
Oh my God.
I'd love to get on a Zoom with them and talk about it.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Are you-
Okay.
And do you have all the presenters and stuff down? Is that
We do have all
probably
the
already?
presenters, yeah, but we are looking for
Okay.
more sponsors if Hope is interested in sponsoring.
Well, on behalf of Sam Nagy, I will definitely speak to Hope about that and see what they're interested in. And
Thank you.
also on a side note, you're welcome. I'm a former Aztec and now furthering my education through another university.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I see yours too, Miranda. Very cool. Oh, hi, Doyle. We're talking about diverse voices in prevention.
Good copy.
Alrighty, so thank you for sharing that, Kate, and I'm glad we all workshopped and troubleshot that. That's awesome that you guys were able to kind of figure out some tech stuff.
Yeah,
Is there
thank
anyone
you.
else? Thank you, and we'll send that out with the extra stuff. Right now, we're kind of lean on getting everything together because I'm really excited about the rally for reentry that we're going to be doing in July. And I'll ramble about that in a little bit, but I want to make sure everybody else who has things going on in the community, please, is there anyone who would like to speak? Sandy?
Yeah, a couple things. I was at the Fresh Start Empowerment Clinic on Saturday at Goodwill for the League of Women Voters table. It was exciting. The people that were coming to the resource tables were enthused about getting all kinds of help and information. And we got somebody registered to vote, and we got somebody else that's an advocate at Goodwill wanting to join the league. And our main focus was giving out the flyers that we created about how people can get free legal help, about restoring voting rights after felony convictions. So, and this event was focused a lot on quashing warrants and providing some legal assistance to folks that attended. So that was great. And Also with NAACP, we recently had a community collaboration roundtable focused on how people and organizations can support our legislative proposals on bail reform and restoring voting rights after felony convictions. So there was a lot of support, enthusiastic discussion, and we're going to keep working on those things. And NAACP is going to have a forum October 11th that is focused on those legislative issues and building awareness and support and trying to get things passed in the upcoming legislative session in 2026.
The forum is when?
It is October 11th, co-sponsored by YWCA. Thank you, Victor Boleg, and it will be held at the YWCA. So it'll be the afternoon of that day. We're looking at probably 1 to 4. And we will provide refreshments, which is important, I know. So
Sandy,
thanks again.
do we
Mhm.
have those flyers, the ones that you said that you were handing out at the Fresh Start event? Do I have those, or?
I will be happy to send you it, and it gives a phone number for the public defender's office that helps with restoring rights, and also Andy Silverman gives his cell phone with the College of Law, and he's extremely helpful with those processes too. So I will send it to you, Miranda.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, because
Yeah.
Second Chance Tucson has interns now, and they're very motivated to help with legislation and policy and reform. So I'm excited to get that and see maybe where we can kind of utilize some of the help of Second Chance Tucson to get some things pushed forward. The rights restoration is so impactful and important. So thank you so much.
It is, and there's over 100,000 citizens in Arizona that have completed their sentence of prison or probation after felonies, but they still can't vote. So this is about restoring those rights automatically on completion of those, and having them given a voter registration form at discharge. So and we handed out those flyers to all the vendors that were there too, so that they could be sharing those with their clients too. So thank you.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Does anyone else have stuff? I know you had things going on recently.
Miranda, on the legislation thing, I mean, it seems like there's not much to do because it's summer, and we may never, ever in our lifetime have a Republican legislator, but I think we need to start generating interest amongst a broader cross-section of the community as to how ridiculous this is. I'm kind of under the gun right now, but we had a nice article that Sam wrote for our newsletter, maybe 2 newsletters ago. And maybe we could put I don't know if we can put some of the information Sandy has in a link on our website. And you know, for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, put Sam's article on the homepage and say, see this link. And then when I get back from Europe, we can start working with students on trying to get social media going. But if we can just get a lot of people talking about it, we need to generate enough energy where some legislators are embarrassed or indignant. But Democratic legislators can be indignant, and we can get some Republican legislators embarrassed, but it's a completely nonpartisan issue. So let's just start getting the conversation going. When you see stuff like that on the website or on social media, you know, like it or send your own comment and stuff like that. It's okay with you, Sam, right? If we reprint that article you wrote?
Absolutely, yes.
Thanks, Judge Pyle. Good points. Good points.
Yeah, awesome. Yes, definitely. I love your enthusiasm, Judge. I like that. It's good excitement, and definitely, you know, and the youth know how to target, you know, the youth. So I'm going to utilize them to get the social media and the awareness out there for not just legislation, but all the other things that are going on in our community, making people more aware, and, you know, crossing our collaborations with other coalitions that are doing similar things. So yeah, that's really kind of the goal for me this summer, is to kind of bring as much of the community together on issues that are impacting all of us. Just
Sandy,
Hi,
did I
Lyle.
misunderstand Miranda? Was she saying I'm overly excitable? Is that what she was saying, or?
Calm down, Judge.
I think she said you're the right amount of excited.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Lyle, you have your hand up, Lyle Ford.
Sure. Thank you, Miranda. This is Lyle Ford. I'm with Arizona Complete Health. I'm going to drop my contact information in the chat. I have a request for this group. So in my role as employment and vocational specialist here for our health plan, one of the things that we do is work with vocational rehabilitation and our network of contracted healthcare providers across the state. And one of the things that we're really interested in doing is gathering resources, employment resources for folks who are reentering. And so I figured this group might have some of those of which I'm not aware. So I'm familiar with Second Chance. I'm familiar with some of those things, right? I'm hoping that whether it's the folks that are attending today or maybe other folks that are on this list might be able to send me some of those resources. So we know employment's a big piece of, you know, reintegrating into society and all of that for a lot of reasons. It's a requirement, and it's also just a good thing for people's health, well-being, and their pocketbook too. Makes life easier. So we're going to be, this isn't an announcement of an event, but there's an internal event coming up on June 5th, where we're going to be sharing reentry resources with VR counselors, with our provider staff across the state. So we'd really love to have whatever's available through the wide network of folks here to be able to share that, to promote the programs that you have related to employment services. So we'll have a fairly good sized statewide audience there. And so if I could get that information between now and June 5th, and if you're comfortable with that, you know, shoot that to me via email, and I can put that out, if that makes sense, if that's helpful.
Just to clarify, you want organizations who are interested in being there, or you also want referrals as well? Because you're in the right spot if you're looking for people who can help with employment and reentry. There's so many people here right now.
Yeah.
Bear's got his hand up already. Everyone's popping up in the chat. So if you could kind of specify a little bit more of, you know.
Yeah, sure. So this is kind of this isn't a public event that we're doing. This is an internal thing that we do as a health plan with our contract with Access. We have an interagency service agreement with Voc Rehab in DES. And so we're pulling together all of the folks from RSA, Voc Rehab, all the Voc Rehab counselors, all of the employment specialists at our various contracted healthcare providers, which would typically be behavioral health agencies. And Sam, I see you're on here. You know what I'm talking about. Good to see you, my friend. And so it's kind of a system conversation that we have, and the focus of the topic this time is going to be reentry. And so we've all been asked to reach out and find out any new resources that are out there, agencies that are doing this type of reentry employment work, so that we can get that information out to the employment specialists at our contracted healthcare providers and out to Voc Rehab counselors and rehab techs and all of that, so that they have a full array of, you know, whether it be healthcare providers, whether it be community-based organizations, you know, nonprofits that are doing work. And I know this group is that bunch. So that's what we're looking for. So to be a way that I could get that information and then share those resources out to those folks that are doing employment work already. And so help them connect the dots for people who are reentering.
Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate it. Bear, your hand's up.
It's just, it was a great opportunity to me. I'm familiar with Lyle and worked with him in the past, so I think I got what he was talking about. And I wanted to plug Goodwill. We have some great opportunities with a young adult and adult reentry programs at Goodwill that are offering guaranteed subsidized work experiences, along with career exploration and trauma-informed case management for a year after we get the person gainfully employed full time, and there's opportunities for them to secure in-demand industry certifications, whether they be HVAC, plumbing, electrician, OSHA 10, OSHA 30, forklift flagger. We got it all. And I see, thank you for the plug, Sam, there in the thing. He's familiar with the stuff that we got going on over there. He's checked it out. So I would invite anybody that is looking for, Goodwill is a workforce development agency, and anybody that's looking for a career pathway, I recommend you guys reach out to Goodwill of Southern Arizona. Please don't forget, we also have 6 career centers that also play into this to help people get prepared for all these upcoming resource fairs and job events. Second Chance has a job fair going on, August 7th at TCC, and some job orientations around town here over the next few months. You can go on Goodwill's reentry websites, both young adult and adult, and in the next few days, those listings for those second chance job orientations should be listed there and along on our social media and our network. We have career centers at Flowing Wells, Midville, Kolb, and 22nd Dodge. And then we also have them in Casa Grande and down south in Nogales. We're looking forward to actually putting some reentry programming into those rural communities down in Nogales and in Casa Grande. So Lyle, I'll drop my information. You're familiar with me. Anything that I can do to support your efforts, please let me know, or how Goodwill of Southern Arizona can support you. Thank you, guys.
Bear. And I didn't see you on the participant list when I checked it a little bit ago, so you got in there without me noticing. Good to see you again. Thank you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Can I ask Bear a question really quickly before we move on to somebody else?
Yeah, please.
And it's sort of unrelated, but can you put an email in the chat of someone I can contact about having youth at the Opportunity Center fill out a student feedback survey? We're trying to get information from teens about like what they think their greatest challenges and strengths are as a young generation.
Yes. It'll be Karen, our re-engagement center program manager. I'll put her information in right after I shoot mine in, Kate.
Okay.
And
Thank you so much,
I
Bear.
owe you an email. You're gonna get
Yeah.
it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you.
I got you.
Oh, good.
I'm just getting back from vacation. I've been away
good.
for a while.
Where did you go?
To Lake Havasu fishing.
Oh,
So
fun.
I will I'll get back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Did anybody else have anything to ask Lyle before we move on? I think that sounds really neat and amazing. I'm excited. Thank you, Lyle, for sharing that. And I'm gonna, I don't Judge Paul, do you have anything? Because there's a whole employment committee, as Barrett said, with Second Chance Tucson. So would you like?
Yeah, that's the main thing coming up for us. Coming up is August 7th, but we have a half a dozen or so of these orientation sessions set up. And in particular, the ones that are we have 2 in the public library, or
On the website. I've got it on the website. So if you guys
yeah, it should be on the website, but
there's at the Wilmot Library, Goodwill. There's 4 at Goodwill and 1 at the Murphy Wilmot Library, July 16th. That's the first one.
that's right. And then I think, Bear, you said that the ones at Goodwill, people can come off the street if they want to attend it there.
Yeah, we want it open to the public and to the community. Everybody can come.
So that means, So that means there's like a half a dozen that are open to the public. So maybe Miranda, you can shoot that out to the group again. And this would be a good time to, I think most of them start in July, although we're doing one at the state prison complex next week. But most of them are in late June and early to mid July. So that's a good time to start letting people know. And I can tell you in the past, the audiences have been pretty engaged, a lot more engaged than I ever was in law school. So people are looking for any sort of advice and help they can get. And I know when I'm at the job fair, a lot of the people who came to our sessions will stop by my table and say hi and say how excited they were to be there and that type of thing. So I think it gives them pragmatic advice. And I think the orientation also just gives them some self-confidence about what they're about to engage in. So Karen does a really good job. It's a lot of really pragmatic information. And then at the end, I think they're still doing the little group exercise with the me in 30 seconds where everybody's kind of takes 5 minutes and tries to write down their me in 37 seconds elevator speech and delivers it and gets a little feedback. So it does help them be less nervous when they come to the job fair.
Okay, so we've got so everybody knows how to connect to Lyle, and that's going to be neat coming up. Let's see, I'm going back to the agenda. We're going to have a PCRC meeting in June, and then we're going to take off July because that's when everybody wants to go on vacation. So, and that's when everybody's going to be doing everything else, and we're going to be busy. So, just letting everyone heads up on that. I was hoping well, no, I guess you guys kind of mostly talked about the fresh start. I was hoping maybe Tom might be here to talk about the help that they did do with the legal clinic. But there is a fresh start empowerment one coming up for Saturday, July 13th. And then in the agenda, there's also the Reentry Summit on Justice Involved Tribal Members. That's up in Flagstaff, I believe. So if you guys want to check that out, it was here last year, and I thought it was I liked it. I enjoyed it very much, and it was very enlightening, and it was incredibly helpful. So there's that. And that's really all. That's all we got for the agenda. It was real slim this month. Does anyone have any events before I kind of ramble on a quick second about some of the Second Chance Tucson stuff?
I got another event, and that is NAACP is hosting a candidate forum tomorrow, Thursday, from 5:30 to 7 at the Donald Liggins Center. And that is, as I said, 5:30 to 7, and it's candidates from the Tucson ward offices that are up for election and having a primary coming up. So it's free. You don't have to register, but you're invited.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Okay, let's see. Doyle, do you have anything going on with Justice Services? Or Desiree with CMS? Is there, I know you guys just had the whole big thing. Sorry to put people on the spot, but I just want to make sure I'm getting all the
Sent
information.
out the sim mapping that we had yesterday and today, but we didn't have really any folks. Sam was there. I don't know if anybody else on here besides Sam and Desiree came to that. Victor did. Who else? I think that's it. That was in this meeting. It was a good opportunity to get there and collaborate with a lot of other folks to identify gaps and barriers from the zero of prevention and diversion all the way up to reentry. So we had folks sit down and put strategies in place and We're gonna have a report that comes out where we're gonna start looking at different gaps and how we can work together collaboratively to fix these gaps. Other than that, we don't have anything particular going on from us, excited just doing what we do day to day.
Is there any movement with the Safety and Justice Challenge and maybe Pillars and Bridges? I haven't seen anything lately, and I know that things were going to be pivoted because of, different focus on different areas. I haven't heard anything, so I was just curious.
Well, recently, not since April, when we went to the last convening and talked there. And it took us a minute to get all the contracts in place. So we're a little behind the curve. We're going to be having some meetings this week to kind of identify where our next strategies are and what we're moving forward. But once we do that, we'll be putting out and sending out some information to folks to participate and see how they can, if they want to participate in working with our racial equity cohort, the Reroute project, and also to keep sustainability for our safety and justice collaborative work. So Aaron should be putting some stuff out soon. He was on maternity leave. He just had another little baby. So that's why things have been kind of silent with that in the SJC convening. So please bear with us. We should be hearing something soon forward within the next couple of weeks on where we're going and what direction we're taking.
So thank you. That's cool because I know there's a lot of really neat people in that collaborative. There's some. Thank you for sharing that. There's a lot of really cool people that are in that collaborative that are doing really awesome stuff. So I definitely want to stay in touch with that. So if you got
right, and if any of you guys on this call are not part of that collaborative work, you need to come hang out with us because the networking alone, and one of the things that I know Miranda and I and Sam all talk about, as well as some of the other guys, is silos. We do so much work in silos, and the last thing we want to do is duplicate efforts. If we can synergistically come together and work together and multiply our efforts and multiply our financial support, we'll get a lot more done than trying to do a lot of this stuff in silos. So if you're not part of the collaborative, please reach out to me, Victor, and we'll get you the information so you can participate, and we continue to make sure you guys have inputs and are part of it. And I will continue to send out anything we have going from the DJS, like the sim mapping or anything else, so that you guys can come to that table too. We had law enforcement, we had public defenders, we had the jail, we had access, we had different CBOs there, La Frontera, other folks all at the table at the sim mapping, so we can figure out how to collaborate together and fill these gaps. So I'm really hoping that we can get you guys to participate in a lot of these things we're doing.
Thank you so much, Doug. Appreciate it. Awesome. Okay, so does anyone else have any information or events going on? Because if not, then I'm gonna just briefly show you some of the Second Chance Tucson stuff, and then we can kind of cut out. Because Second Chance Tucson has, the big job and resource fair coming up. I'm just gonna share my screen with y'all so you can kind of see where to go. They're still looking for employers and resources, people to table. And
does anybody know where Sam works these days?
Well, I thought the advertisement behind me would be good enough.
Oh. It's kind of subtle.
Very. I didn't think you could read. It says Hope, but anyway, Hope Incorporated. Yeah.
Can you see my screen? Okay. So if you go to the Second Chance website, it's always a work in progress, so please bear with me. I don't know. I didn't get trained in making websites, but I got interns now, so we're going to do as much cool stuff as we can. To that point, so we've got all the tabs up here. When you go to it, there's a tab for the fair, or you could go down here. We've got, upcoming things. It's not comprehensive, I know, but I'm trying. I always want to get as much as we can on there. It's got the information, where it's at, and then if anybody wants to participate, any of the participants, I'm going to have the interns. They can someone can fill it out. You don't have to register for the event. This is just to get some data and to maybe, help any of the clients who need help and directions, or maybe guide them to a resource. So, if there's what kind of support they're looking at, and just some other questions to kind of get some data on the audience that we're serving, and then hit submit. If you want to be an employer or a resource, there's a Google form for that the employment committee is on top of, and somebody from there will be in touch with you. Hopefully, yeah, the Second Chance has been doing this for a hot minute, so y'all know the drill. There's not too much difference going on there. And then the other thing I just wanted to show everyone is if you're interested in participating in the Rally for Reentry or helping Chaplain, I was hoping Chaplain Jefferson would be here, but this is kind of just like a little flyer. If anybody was familiar with what it was or what we've been talking about for the past, I don't know, 2 months about it. It's a way to engage the community and kind of ask how faith-based and faith-aligned organizations can kind of come on board with all the reentry community, and where does that role fit in, and holistically treating the person. It's a lot. I don't want to do the whole spiel right now, but if anyone is interested, I can send you the information. What I did want to show everyone briefly, because we're still looking for presenters and panelists, this is what it would look like. There's an opening address. I know it says 8 a.m. I'm not an early bird. We might change that. It's tentative, but it will be Saturday, July 19th. We'll have panels, and the way that it's essentially going to be is we'll have a panel of recovery people, behavioral health, faith-based programs, people from the county and jail. The wonderful Kate Busley is going to be joining. She's on the panel, thanks to Sam. And anybody else we can get. We want to get people on the panel to speak to reentry and the issues, and have a community dialogue. I know I'm not doing a great job of selling this right now, guys. I'm tired. I haven't eaten, and I've got so many things I'm doing right now. But this is really, the discussion points of what we're going to be going through, and then have the community kind of come together. And I think the great part about the way that Chaplain Jefferson set this up is, there's going to be a roundtable of these issues, and we always have this roundtable of issues, and where do we fill in the gaps, blah, blah, blah. We all kind of know. And so once we get to that point, then we can do something about it. And so I'm hoping from this rally, getting everyone together, we can move forward. We can get some maybe, okay, we know this is a gap. What organization can do it? Who can fix it? How can we start collaborating and actually getting these little, these issues that are obstacles to people done? Like Doyle was saying, everyone's working in these little silos. And I, for one, think it's ridiculous, because I know whenever I meet people, one person doesn't know what this other amazing organization is doing, and there's no reason for that. So if we can bring everyone together and to collaborate, that's pretty much the gist of that. So I just wanted to share this. These will be the key topics. This is just a draft of it. We're going to be having a meeting next week on the 27th. I sent out an invite. If you would like to be invited, just email me. There'll be more information to come, but I just really wanted to give you kind of the nitty gritty and dirty of it. You all know how these things go. You're planning stuff, it's kind of juggling everything in the air, and then people come together and bring what they have to the table, and something amazing happens. So I'm excited for it. Sam's with me. And so the judge is so overwhelmingly excited, as you can all see. So
Excitable. I'm excited about Doyle's chat thing about the guide to getting out in Spanish and English.
that is actually, I gotta get the Spanish one. Nice. Thank you, Doyle, for sharing
There's
that.
going to be a rush on the Spanish one, I think, Doyle.
Do y'all have a PDF or a link, Doyle? Still here? Yes, you are.
Sorry, I'm multitasking. Do we have a PDF is like that you can download?
Yeah, or like a link. The
I
Spanish
believe we
one.
do.
I know you have the English one, but I didn't know if you had a Spanish one.
If I got the Spanish one, I can find the English one.
Okay, if you can give me Spanish, that'd be great. Just whenever you can. I would love
Let me
to.
see if I can find it while we're still here.
Awesome. And then I wanted to share, Danny Hill's not here, but he's doing something really great with DES. He's doing these little videos, Ask Me How. I don't know if anyone else has seen them. I think they're so cool. And so I wanted to talk to him and kind of see if we can get those up on the website. And it's, these little Ask Me How in his perspective of the reentry scene, and, so much other stuff.
His last name is Al. Yeah.
It's so catchy. It's so cute.
It's very punny. I really enjoy that that correlation there. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. I was kind of hoping he'd be here so I could share a little bit about it more. But so you guys, if you're on looking at the Arizona Network or DES stuff, especially like on LinkedIn, you can find Danny and he's posting stuff. And he does a lot of the great Arizona at Work reentry stuff here in Tucson. So shout out Danny, you're not here. But that's all I got, guys. If anybody has any questions, thank you all for taking time to be here. We'll be sending out whatever information we got. We're still kind of, trying to get this coalition organized the best we possibly can, but the world's a fun place and we just go with the flow, and we're grateful for all of you who continue to show up. And Sam, thank you so much for all your help. And Melissa's not here either, but I'm so grateful to her, and thank you to every one of you guys that do all the work that you do in the community and for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Very grateful. So that's about all we got, unless anyone has any events or wants to shout out something. I guess we can all head out and have a great evening.
Well, thank you, Miranda.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Miranda.
Thanks, Brandon.